Merrick. On August 25th, 2022, Merrick Devil, a previous sexual partner of Destiny's, quote tweeted a video of Destiny jokingly asking Nick Fuentes, "Does Israel count as right-wing terrorism?" Fuentes had come over to Destiny's house for an in-person stream that disturbed many, including me. Merrick captioned the video, "I'm owed so many apologies, LOL," in reference to a previous argument she'd had about whether Destiny was truly becoming friendly with Fuentes. 2 weeks earlier, Merrick had attempted suicide. While she was in the hospital, and without her knowledge, her partner created a GoFundMe to cover the $4,000 bill for her week-long stay. Well aware of this, Destiny said the following in response to Merrick's tweet about Fuentes. "There's something profoundly sad, not just with victims of unhealthy obsessions, but with the people around them who can't seem to convince them to just put down Twitter. The number of people I've encountered who are suicidal, who then hop right back into the most toxic parts of the internet, essentially begging for more toxicity, absolutely astounds me. I wonder if they're as much a burden to the people around them as they seem. Do they even have the wherewithal to realize how fucked of a situation they're putting everyone around them in? Do they care? Or maybe they just need another 4K. Who knows? Good luck." 2 days later, a streamer named Bryce mockingly brought up the situation on a panel with Destiny, Not So Erudite, and Sock Darling, who was friendly with Merrick. Bryce said, "You made a pretty good point that when somebody has I think it was like a recent suicide attempt, maybe they should take a break or hiatus from social media." Socky Darling suggested, "Maybe we should take a different topic. I feel that's still a little far off from our topic at hand." Bryce continued, "Well, I think it's still pretty reasonable because people will usually dump everything that's going on in their life and start like a GoFundMe." Destiny started to laugh. Bryce continued and be like, "Oh my God, all this bad shit is happening to me. I need to start a GoFundMe and all this stuff. So I still think that it's kind of linked. It's kind of relevant." Destiny, while laughing, said, "Hold on, do you know the backdrop for any of this?" Not So Erudite started to laugh. Bryce answered, vaguely, but not really. Destiny asked, "Okay, go ahead, take it away, Erudite. What do you think about that?" Not So Erudite, while laughing, said, "What, no, do not inaudible word to me." Destiny said, "Okay, Sock Darling, go. Me and Kai have dominated the conversation. One of you need to fucking contribute, okay?" Not So Erudite, "What the fuck do you mean? I've been fighting with Kai about evolution." Sock Darling said, "I'm shy." Destiny said, "Okay, well, that's cool. So it's like a typical two-parent household where the women do none of the work. Gotcha." Not So Erudite said, "Yeah, gotta bring in the money for us." Sock Darling said, "I, for one, support gay dads." Not So Erudite asked, "How do you feel about people using their trauma to raise money on a GoFundMe?" Destiny said, "True." Sock Darling asked, "Why is it on me?" Destiny answered, "Well, I said thumbs down. Kyla says thumbs down. What do you say?" Sock Darling asked, "What do you say?" Destiny repeated, "I said thumbs down. Not good." Sock Darling said, I don't know. I think people, if someone needs the money, they should be able to raise money." Destiny asked, "That wasn't the question. Should people trauma dump and then raise money off of it on Twitter? That's the question." Sock Darling answered, "I don't think you should trauma dump. I don't think you should trauma dump, no." Denims and Little Fox. In 2019, Denims and Little Fox were both small female streamers in their early 20s who had sexting relationships with Destiny and were featured on his streams. Little Fox also had sex with both Destiny and Melina in September 2019. After TwitchCon, Denims had planned to stay in Destiny and Melina's apartment in Los Angeles. Destiny gave Denims instructions for letting herself and a friend from Destiny's community into the apartment, which he always left unlocked. Denims and her friend had sex on Destiny and Melina's bed. Upon arriving, Destiny became concerned that Denims' friend had spent time around his unlocked computer, and Melina was upset they had sex on her bed, so they were no longer welcome to stay in Destiny's apartment. Later in the week, Little Fox let herself into Destiny's apartment to charge her phone early in the morning. She had left her charger there the previous day, and everyone inside the apartment was asleep. After seeing Denims acknowledge on her stream that things were generally tense, Destiny became worried that either Denims or Little Fox would accuse him of sexual coercion. On October 3rd, 2019, in a stream that would be uploaded with the title Destiny Addresses the TwitchCon 2019 Drama, Destiny painted the women as creepy and entitled. Destiny said, "If I'm going to be completely 1,000,000% honest, I think I literally had one orgasm the entire weekend, okay? So I know that a lot of people are under the impression I was literally fucking my way through like 20 million people. I actually didn't. It was pretty crazy. I was busy like a motherfucker over that whole weekend." He went on to describe Little Fox as being really anxious and needing a babysitter. She had never been to a crowded convention before, which caused tension between Melina and Little Fox. A chatter wrote, "Dude, what the fuck, Destiny? I'd be so fucking pissed." Destiny answered, "I think I let people get away with a little bit too much, but I'm pretty chill with most things, but that's it's pretty..." He trailed off. Destiny continued, I'm a little annoyed because I don't know what they've been doing in my apartment for a day. I don't want to, whatever. I talked to Denims multiple times about this, and she gave a lot of different stories to a lot of different people. It was pretty obvious that she was lying about a lot of stuff. So like when somebody starts lying, it's really hard to tell where the lies stop and the truth begins. So it's like I couldn't do anything. Destiny described waking up one morning to messages from Little Fox saying that she was going to let herself in to get her charger since no one seemed to be awake. Destiny said, Little Fox was typing in my chat about Katarino sleeping on my couch. She was like, oh, wow, I believe Katarino sleeps with her glasses on and stuff. And I was like, oh, God, it's just scary as fuck, okay? It's real fucking scary. Oh, and apparently when Little Fox was here, she said that Denims was sleeping here too, so she must have come back at some point that night, was sleeping, and then also left. I don't know. I don't know who the fuck is coming in out of my fucking apartment. With a text-to-speech chat donation, someone asked, why didn't you close the door after the first time it happened? Destiny paused, heard the question, and ignored it. He continued his story, claiming that Denims and Little Fox showed up at his apartment unannounced yet again. Little Fox was watching the stream live and protested Destiny's version of events, typing in the audience chat. We said we wanted to fucking talk because of the drama. You're making it a bigger deal. You knew we were coming. She was met with insults from the other viewers. Leech. Bad person. Begone thought. You're a child. Other chatters were perplexed as to why Destiny was doing the stream at all. He explained that it was necessary in order to preempt potential accusations of sexual coercion. Destiny said, well, because now it kind of looks like, so what I don't want people to think is, I don't want people to think that like, oh, I brought Denims and Little Fox here to fuck, and since they both turned me down, I kicked them out of my apartment. I don't want it to sound like some crazy shit like that. Or like I brought somebody and they were uncomfortable with something because I tried to rape them, and now I'm kicking them out because they didn't cave into it or whatever. Destiny continued, yeah, I don't know what else. I think that giving any more details makes the other parties look really, 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 really bad. So I don't know. It's not like I'm leaving things out that make me look bad or something, I don't think. Okay, I think we're done with this. Are we good? So that's why they're not here now. I don't know what stream is going to look like in the future for both of these people. I don't know. Maybe we'll chill. And who cares in the future? Or maybe I'll be ass mad for a while. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. But now I guess that's more or less pretty much everything is out. He read a chat message aloud. Are you going to learn from this mistake or keep fucking mentally handicapped women? Destiny responded, listen, all the older women are either non-existent or unavailable emotionally, or they're in a relationship. He read another message. Destiny, you can't say it makes them look so bad and then claim the high road by not saying it. You just made them look just as bad as if you said it. Destiny replied, no, I'm not. Trust me on that one. White Nervosa. White Nervosa, a small trans streamer, started talking to Destiny in November 2017 when she was 25 and he was 28. Between then and July 2018, they exchanged over 2,000 DMs. White Nervosa did not appear on camera for her streams and did not tell Destiny she was trans. When he asked her height and she told him she was 5'11", he replied, were any of the guys you dated smaller than you? 5'11" is pretty damn tall. I'm of the opinion that for most of their messaging relationship, Destiny did not know White Nervosa was trans. Early on, they exchanged dozens of DMs every day. Their first discussion of sex was November 30th, the day after they started chatting regularly. Destiny explained his needs for sexual compatibility in a relationship. On December 2nd, Destiny asked for a picture of White Nervosa's tattoo. White Nervosa obliged him with a close-up of her shoulder. On December 22nd, White Nervosa asked to be added to Destiny's auto-host list on Twitch. Hosting a stream means that their stream will appear in place of yours while you're offline. A host from Destiny was a big help to a small Twitch streamer. Over the next several months, White Nervosa would occasionally appear on Destiny's stream for various debates and discussions. January 7th, 2018, White Nervosa texted, I'm flattered I'm apparently a part of the official harem now, but my two qualities are who tier, which is understandable, and then for people who like me, functioning sociopath, you have a stable job and 2 friends, but you find yourself fantasizing about torturing animals. Wide eye emoji. So let's play PUBG sometime again in the morning, buddy, or ... debate ... or CSGO winky face emoji. Destiny texted, yeah boy, you're the smartest harem member so far, so good job. They spoke regularly about Destiny hosting White Nervosa's channel, including this exchange on March 17th. White Nervosa asked, my time slot. When are you done streaming? Destiny answered, I have no idea, but I'll hit you up with that fat throbbing host when I finish. Destiny's engagement dropped off in the spring. He no longer initiated conversations and replied to White Nervosa once every week or two with a MrGirl didn't finish this sentence. On July 10th, White Nervosa finally showed her face on stream. Despite many overtures from White Nervosa, Destiny was done talking to her and would only ever send her 10 more messages. One of the messages was him refusing to let White Nervosa join his Minecraft server. Their last DMs were in April 2019. I included this story to show that for whatever reason, Destiny's career assistance dropped off along with his sexual interest in White Nervosa. Vaush. Now a sizable leftist streamer, Vaush started out as a Destiny fan in the early 2010s and came up through Destiny's community. In 2019, Vaush was accused of sexually harassing a woman in Destiny's community over DMs. He would later own this and apologize. At the time of the accusation, Vaush had been gaining popularity in Destiny's community for being further left-leaning than Destiny. The schism would eventually lead to Destiny banning all leftists, those who were more loyal to Vaush than himself. Destiny read the DMs between Vaush and the victim aloud on stream, but concealed the identity of the accused harasser by displaying redacted screenshots. By the end, many in the audience had figured it out, and Destiny gleefully revealed that it was Vaush. Within minutes, Vaush joined the stream in a panic, asking, "What the fuck is going on?" Destiny laughed again and banned him. Their relationship survived until 2020 when Destiny said in a stream debate about Kyle Rittenhouse, "The rioting needs to fucking stop, and if that means like white redneck fucking militia dudes out there mowing down dipshit protesters that think that they can torch buildings at 10 p.m., then, at this point, they have my fucking blessing because holy shit, this fucking shit needs to stop, and needed to stop a long time ago." Vaush's roommate and his partner at the time called for Destiny to be deplatformed for the comments. Twitch didn't ban Destiny, but they did departner him, leading to a significant loss in his income. In a September 12th stream, Destiny said, "I'm going to be a little bit more forceful here, I guess, since I usually let people walk all over me. I can't imagine like how much of a spineless, disingenuous cuck you have to have a roommate and a girlfriend that are walking around talking about spam reporting me when like I've given you an audience, I've given you a platform, you literally like ripped my whole website code off to start your shit, and your entire community witch hunts the fuck out of me, and you just stand by like, oh well, I told them to stop. I don't care." Assorted stories. Anonymous, a severely mentally ill woman sexted with Destiny. When she said something that unnerved him, he called her out by name on stream and blocked her. She asked to not be named and for details to be vague out of fear of retaliation. Two anonymous female streamers, one struggling with mental health issues, the other not, both sexted with Destiny and were occasionally featured on his stream. Bad Bunny, a female streamer who had a sexual relationship with Destiny. I hate hearing his name now. It just riles up so many negative feelings for me, so many negative feelings of humiliation, of just defending him for so long, then just having him consistently never defend me and just shit on me. There's a lot of Destiny viewers that will just sit in my chat and just wait to clip things I say to report to him. And then he'll watch them on stream and he'll chuckle and say something rude about me, and then he'll move on, and then they'll go have a fucking field day and then proceed to rant about me about how I'm a horrible, toxic individual on the subreddit. Those posts don't get deleted because freedom of speech, but then Trainwreck's posts get deleted. Trihex, a former friend and podcast co-host of Destiny's. Their relationship fell apart when Trihex, who is black, confronted Destiny on stream about his defense of using the N-word in certain contexts. When Destiny responded coldly, Trihex cried. In an October 2019 Reddit post lashing out at several of his enemies, Destiny wrote, "Now what in the flying fuck changed so hard that you are literally so upset about my usage of the N-word with a hard R, that you literally just defended a few weeks before in front of me on a podcast against someone saying it was dehumanizing? How did you go from verbalizing my arguments with crystal clear accuracy to crying on our podcast to make me look like the literal fucking hellspawn of the earth? Why are you complaining that you have to take a break from streaming because you're so upset with an incredibly public position that I've held and defended for years, even in front of you? Why the fuck is your girlfriend dogpiling on to tweet at me now too? Why are you acting so emotional about this and claiming you cleaned up and changed your act completely when you still use ableist slurs like retarded publicly in my and other Twitch chats, or threatening to make Jew jokes, or literally quoting Uncle Ruckus by saying niglet, which is exactly the context I'm arguing for? It's amazing to me that all it took were a few USSR LARPers whispering in your ear to turn you against me, and then you have the nerve to confront me publicly and ask how our friendship means so little to me. When you 180-D your positions from less than a month ago because a group of lefty dumb fucks are telling you that I'm the devil incarnate, and then you expect me to empathize with your position while you have the entire internet rallied behind you with LSF threads hitting the front page of Reddit shitting on me and every aspect of my personality? Fuck that. I've canceled the podcast. I don't care if you want to continue or not. What kind of fucked up background do you think I come from where I'd ever deal with such a dysfunctional, one-sided relationship? 9K upvotes. A subreddit post about the incident titled, "It's actually so fucking sad that Trihex is looking like this the entire show and Destiny still jokes about the N-word joke drama," was removed by mods after receiving 1,300 upvotes. 2 comments on the deleted post. That is frequently how it goes. I am black and grew up around a lot of white people and had the N-word tossed around a lot. I had nobody to back me up when I got angry, and the social pressure to just be cool was so high that it usually resulted in both of us apologizing even though I didn't do anything wrong. Being an angry black dude that calls people out for being racist is a very quick way to be alienated from many social circles. It really fucks with your head. 247 upvotes. Yep, I'm black. And that's always been my experience too. White people are able to enter black spaces at will and justify their use of words that have historically been used to dehumanize us in any way they see fit. We're never allowed to enter white spaces and do the same or call them on it, or we're just being angry, unreasonable N-words. 49 upvotes. Lavoy, in November 2021, Lav was a 23-year-old musician, TikToker, adult content creator, and aspiring streamer. She introduced herself to Destiny via Instagram DM, telling him she liked the sound of his voice and that she'd discovered him through his videos about Anna. He replied, "Oh, well, Jesus, ah ha ha ha, I do politics and games and shit that's not my normal content." They kept in touch, but Lav didn't start streaming in earnest until June 2022, when she called into my stream to talk about relationships. She also told me she was retiring from OnlyFans. I told her she was manipulative and that I didn't believe she would really retire. She was taken aback, but I went even further, telling her I would not allow her on my stream unless she stuck with her plan to retire from sex work, as I believed she was self-harming and didn't want to help her advertise it. After a few contentious months, we became good friends, with me in a mentor role. June 16th, 2022. Destiny messaged Lav that he was masturbating and requested that she send a sexual photo, which she did. That evening, Lav asked, "Are you going to stream with me and give me clout?" Destiny replied, "Ilmao, if we've got something to talk about, sure thing, bucko." August 2nd, 2022, Lav and Destiny talked about OnlyFans on stream. Afterward, she messaged him, "I really like talking with you, smiling devil emoji." Destiny replied, "Thanks. Now I'll feel less bad bugging you for feet pics." Lav replied, "Ha ha ha, shaking hands emoji. Pleasure doing business." Destiny replied, "Based. Welcome to the Orbiter Club." Lav replied, "Heart emoji." August 6th, 2022. Destiny told Lav that he cheated on Melina and had fallen in love with the other woman, but she'd recently ended their affair. Destiny said, "It was just a relationship thing that was massively escalating over like 5 months, and I was ready to end marriage over thing." Lav replied, "Geez, I hope you and Melina take at least a break. It would be so hard to pick up where you left off. Resentment building. For both of you." Destiny replied, "It's okies, the Melina stuff is fine. I can pick that up again. Just have to recover from the last girl person." Lav replied, ... It is not fine. Are you both sociopaths? This does something to a relationship? The recovering process involves space." Destiny said, "She doesn't know the extent to which I was obsessed with this other girl, LOL." Lav asked who it was to satisfy her curiosity, even offering to tell him a secret of hers as collateral. Destiny agreed, and over a voice call, he disclosed the identity of his mistress and sought emotional support about the situation. In return, Lav told him that Hassan Piker had sex with her friend when she was close to 18, and he was in his mid-20s. Lav has since given contradictory statements about her friend's age at the time they had sex, wavering between 17 and 18. In November 2022, Hassan addressed the allegation directly and said that she was 19 at the time. The woman in question has not come forward, and Lav has not produced any evidence to substantiate her claims. August 8th, 2022. Destiny, Chud Logic, and I streamed a discussion about the ethics of OnlyFans recruiting young women with the promise of easy money. This was before I understood the sadistic nature of Destiny's content. So I was surprised when Chud Logic brought on Lav, who had become vehemently anti-OnlyFans, and Madame Genevieve, an OnlyFans creator, to argue the topic on a very personal level. I was also unaware that Destiny was sexting both Lav and Madame Genevieve at the time. Chud Logic had ostensibly conjured up the panel out of indignance about the exploitation of 18-year-old girls, a sentiment I share. But once the others joined, he fell back to a role of memeing and throwing pipe bombs from the sidelines. I'd also recently banned Lav from my Discord server because I felt she was a danger to herself and others, which led to us having an affectionate but heated argument about whether I was her dad. By communicating intimately with her in such a caustic environment, I inadvertently opened her up to a deeper level of ridicule from the audience. I don't mean to paint myself as innocently naive. I'd been streaming with Destiny and his orbiters for 7 months by then, and I should have understood what was happening, but it would be another 2 months before I ran out of excuses for Destiny. After the 4-hour stream, 2 anti-Lav posts appeared on Destiny's subreddit. Lav thinks it's wrong for adults to do OnlyFans, but it's okay for minors to participate in cuties, 50 upvotes. And why does anybody take Lav seriously? 249 upvotes. The comments were harsh. The lines she draws between what's right and what's wrong are very conveniently just one step beyond where she's at. She's a massive hypocrite and often a condescending asshole to anyone who disagrees with her. But boy, does she know how to ignite a panel. 78 upvotes. Lav is an actual psyop. The absolutely insane and inconsistent views, the rich husband, the 300K a year off OnlyFans, 171 upvotes. I think she's grifting. She was talking about her experience cutting the other day like it wasn't a big deal. Then today she complains how much it hurt her that people didn't care. She wanted to slow down on porn because of her self-harm relapsing. 18 upvotes. Lav and Destiny discussed it over DMs. Lav messaged, "Your Reddit is ... self-harm." Destiny replied, "Don't go there, LOL." Lav replied, "Currently slitting in the bath bleeding out." He replied 21 hours later with an unrelated meme. August 11th, 2022. Destiny messaged Lav. Destiny texted, "Oi! Hey, just because you've been on stream more and whatnot, I know we've had some kind of sexual conversations in the past, but you being on my stream or the way I interact with you never had anything to do with that kind of stuff, just being clear on that." Lav replied, "Oh, so you don't want to fuck me?" Destiny replied, "STFU, obviously, duh, but I'm just saying don't feel like any of our interactions are contingent on anything like that." Lav replied, "Haha, thanks for saying that." August 13th, 2022, someone in a private Discord server recorded and leaked a conversation where Lav joked about not wanting to have sex with Destiny and also said that Destiny wanted to perform oral sex on her fiancé. On stream that day, Dan confronted Destiny about his tolerance for Lav's weaselly behavior. Destiny said, "I don't know how much was said in jest in terms of having a threesome with her husband. I'd probably do it. I don't know if we've ever talked about that specifically or not, but I'm bisexual, Dan, except me." Dan criticized, "Yeah, why is it that every person that comes on the stream you need to try and sleep with? That's not good." Destiny responded, "I don't need to. It probably came up in a conversation. I've known Lav for, I think, 2 years." Dan said, "Chud Logic was playing a thing of her in your Discord saying that she would find it funny for you to be with her husband, but would never want to be with you because you're a gnome cheese boy." Destiny replied, "Based." Dan said, "That is not based. That is incredibly two-faced and fucked up and not okay." Destiny said, "It might be, I don't know. I'm not pursuing her sexually right now, though." Dan said, "No, that's not it. It's just the fucking weaselly fucking, I don't know. It just pisses me off." Destiny said, "If it was somebody that I was going after sexually and they were kind of leading me on, but then they were showing up on my stream and shit, I think I would get irritated because I'd be like, wait a second." Dan asked, "How do you feel about this person that went and said this about you after you were, I don't want to say vulnerable, but, you know, to a little extent, yes. Actually, a lot of extent, yes." Destiny asked, "Wait, how was I vulnerable to her?" Destiny is likely signaling to Dan that he should not disclose that Lav knows about the affair. Dan backpedaled. Dan answered, "Well, that's like, in the words of a very famous streamer, that is leaking private sexting details. I interpret this as a reference to Anna's complaint from 2 years prior that Destiny had announced their sexual relationship on stream." Destiny said, "Yeah, but I don't care. I'm open about all my shit, like I would do a male-female threesome. I don't give a fuck. I don't think that's ultra-private. It's a little fucked up for sure." Dan wasn't convinced. Destiny continued, If I was chasing this person and then this was happening, I would be upset. But like, insofar as our relationship is concerned, we talk a little bit privately and then she's on stream for me. But that's mainly the extent of our stuff. And most of the time she's on stream, it's like pretty brutal experiences for her." He laughed as he said, "Brutal experiences." Destiny continued, "But it's not like I'm crushing on her really hard and going after her. And then I'm finding out I'm getting played super hard. I'd feel horrible. If that was the case, I'd feel a lot worse." When Dan said he should be more upset, since he seemed to be pursuing Lav sexually, Destiny said, "I'm pretty sure we've spoken sexually. Probably like over a year ago." Destiny said, "The problem is that there are very few types of things in life that truly have me as a vulnerable person. That would upset me if somebody betrayed me. It's incredibly, incredibly, incredibly uncommon somebody has that level of access to me. Sexually, that is absolutely not one of those things. If some girl hooked up with me and pretended she liked it, and later on she's like, Destiny's got a small dick and he sucks. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care about that shit. Sexuality is not a vulnerable aspect for me. You can hit me on that all you want. It's not going to bother me." Dan said, "You've been fucked over by a lot of people, and I'm just trying to be like, hey." Destiny responded, "I don't know if any other content creator has fucked me over in a way that's like really bothered me before." In private, Destiny became less responsive to Lav's DMs. She asked if he was mad at her. Destiny texted, "Oh no, I'm okay, LOL. I'd get how else to convey it though." Lav replied, "Christ, do you have feedback, comments, concerns, or do we move on because it's so insignificant?" Destiny replied, I already said it like 2 days ago. Just think that every single thing being said in Discord, etc. is always being recorded, LOL. Lav replied, "Yes, of course I don't say anything real in Discord calls, but none of that made you feel bad, right?" Destiny replied, "Nah, I'm goochin'." Lav replied, "I could kill you." Destiny replied, "Good, bitch." Smiley face emoji. Lav replied, "When are you coming to Los Angeles?" Destiny replied, I think September 1st, August 25th, 2022. This was the day Destiny mocked Merrick DeVille for her suicide attempt on Twitter. Lav messaged him, "You're sicking your whole audience on this poor woman." Destiny replied, "Tell her to stop fucking tweeting about me." Lav replied, "She's nobody. She doesn't exist. She's just some random girl who just tried to kill herself." Destiny replied, all caps, "She's not a random. We used to be close friends. I hate that she randomly takes shots at me and shit. AKLSDF, KSJDF. Just tell her to fuck off." Lav replied, "She's very random compared to you." "Take a breather," Destiny replied. Smiley face emoji. "I'm done now. Okay, I got it out of my system." Lav replied, "Don't let the internet do this to you. Remember your humanity, you big fag?" Destiny replied, "Wow. Wow." Lav asked, "Why do so many of your former friends hate you now?" Destiny replied, "That's a long story." Lav asked, "Do I have to worry?" Destiny replied, "But honestly, there's a lot of good easy clout for shitting on me. I don't fuck over anyone unless they come after me first. I've never done that before." Lav asked, "Did you have sex with her?" Destiny replied, "Yeah, one threesome with her and Melina." August 31st, 2022. The day before meeting in LA, Destiny messaged Lav, "We can do whatever you want, just to be ultra clear. I don't care what we do, and I don't have any expectations for anything. If we just hang out and eat or chat for a while, it's super cool and fine. Just keep me updated." She replied, "Thank you for putting me at ease and not raping me at gunpoint heart emoji." September 1st, 2022. Lav and Destiny met for an awkward sexual encounter, some of the details of which she would later leak. September 11th, 2022. Destiny's subreddit had two highly upvoted Lav hate posts, one making fun of her forehead, 470 upvotes, and the other stating that viewer call-ins are terrible, but Lav is worse, 659 upvotes. She messaged Destiny, who then removed the forehead post. Lav texted, "Your audience is cancer." Destiny replied, "Yeah, they're super negative towards you and hate women don't read the sub-Lav." Lav replied, "It's horrifying." September 29th, 2022. Destiny asked Lav to meet the following week during TwitchCon for another sexual encounter. She expressed non-committal interest. October 5th, 2022. After Destiny reiterated the sexual proposition, Lav complained that their latest stream together was posted with the title, "Destiny Actually Convinces Her to Concede a Trans Debate." Lav suggested the alternate title, "Girl Gets Negged by Steven for 56 Minutes Straight." The top YouTube comments included, "My vote is to replace Lav with the cool Ukrainian girl, 2.2K likes. Ah, the woman who definitely makes it in the streaming world because of her intellect and thoughtful conversations, 1.1K likes. I have to chant 'I love women' in my head over and over every time Lav talks, 1K likes." During the stream, Lav announced that she had posted a nude to Twitter and would be returning to OnlyFans after all. A post on Destiny's subreddit praised me for predicting Lav's return to sex work. It received 768 upvotes. One of them was mine. By this point, a narrative about Lav had taken root in Destiny's sphere. She was slippery, annoying, and needed to be held accountable for her contradictions. She showed promise and some flickering signs of intelligence, but it was imperative that she learn to take feedback and improve as an interlocutor. For example, Chud Logic posted a 75-minute video in November 2022 titled "Lavloon Confronted and Exposed for Absurd Clout Sharking and Flip-Flopping," in which 7 men berated Lav about the rudeness of her decision to abruptly leave a small streaming panel for a larger one. Of course, Destiny himself is prone to lying and avoiding accountability. Cherry is a female orbiter whose streams are almost entirely focused on Destiny. In August 2022, when Melina separated from Destiny for a couple weeks over his infidelity, Destiny offered to fly Cherry out to Miami to see him, and then ignored her, never actually booking the flight. A week later, Cherry wrote a twit longer, saying her fruitless pursuit of a relationship with Destiny had left her feeling ashamed to be alive. In a tweet, she added that he still gasses her up despite knowing how it will likely destabilize her. Destiny replied, agreeing that he shouldn't have made the offer, and later confirmed that they'd had a sexual relationship in the past. In October, Cherry did a string of lore streams, where she took notes on Lav's past public appearances and hunted for inconsistencies. October 8th, 2022. From San Diego, Destiny messaged Lav to ask if she was coming down to see him. Lav texted, "I'm like having a mental health moment though, so IDK." Destiny asked, "What's going on?" Lav replied, "Cherry's doing like note-taking on all my convos, and I tuned in because I was surprised and I thought the unhinged bitch thing was a bit, and it's fully not." Destiny replied, "Oh yeah, well damn, Donut, take anything she says personally, lol. Lav, she's being super personal, it's very weird, waiting for the twit longer about me next." I was in a weird place already, but tuning into that stream made it like 10 times worse. I nuked my YouTube, and I'm deciding if I want to stream. I'm going to hide. Destiny suggested she write down the names of people she cares about and try to remember that no one else's opinion matters. Hours later, he asked if she was coming down to San Diego. Lav replied, "I'm in a blanket watching movies. Have fun with your nerd friends." October 13th, 2022. Destiny messaged, "Are you awake? 'Cause Cherry is." Lav replied, "LOL, is she on?" Destiny replied, "Yeah, she is. She's ready to go." Lav replied, "I'm coming." Destiny replied, "Okay, we're waiting." Coincidentally, I'd messaged him at the same time to ask if he was available to talk the next night because I thought things seemed tense between us. We'd been arguing about Nick Fuentes for a week, and he'd taken to banning community members who took my side in the argument. He told me he was free to talk right then. Again, I didn't understand the nature of Destiny's content at this point, and had no idea that he would agree to a conversation about our relationship while simultaneously setting up a cage match between Lav and Cherry, all to cause maximum chaos. However, I ended up being quiet for most of the stream because I didn't understand why I was there. Lav and I joined the stream around the same time. She angrily confronted Chayeri for mockingly telling her to call a suicide hotline. Chayeri said, "You did a video in your announcement to returning to sex work that you privated your videos and you blamed it on me and you said I'm doing these streams, I'm so mean, and that you got banned from my chat but you couldn't help but keep watching and it was like self-harm to you. So when I do have somebody who I think is not well, who has a history of suicidality and cutting, and you tell me watching my stream is like self-harm and you can't stop, I'm going to tell you to fuck off. And yeah, I'm going to link you the suicide hotline. I don't want any of that fucking baggage on me." Lav replied, "You didn't link me the suicide hotline. You're posturing right now. You did it because you want to be a fucking alpha female bitch. You didn't do it because you fucking cared about me, you piece of shit." Lav asked Cherry to list her criticisms of Lav. Stardust and John Zerka joined the stream. The stream turned into a heated debate over Lav's virtues and flaws. I defended her, but failed to recognize the extremely disturbing nature of putting the character of a potentially suicidal person on trial for entertainment. And then I left the stream. Cherry and Lav continued to fight about Lav's stances on sex work, with Destiny half moderating and half cross-examining, leading to exchanges like this. Destiny said, "Okay, so you're not going to post any nude photographs of yourself just meant to be enjoyed. It's going to be all educational stuff." Lav responded, "Well, people can jack off to those, like people are going to jack off to those." Destiny said, "That's not what I asked. I don't know what you're talking about. What I'm asking is, are you not going to post any random nudes or naked stuff? You're only going to post educational stuff." Lav answered, "No, I will post naked stuff also." Destiny said, "Okay, well that's porn." After the stream, he messaged Lav, "Good convos. Sorry everyone jumps in to gang up on you. Lav just brings everyone to the yard, I guess milk glass emoji." Lav replied, "Christ." Destiny replied, "Smiling face emoji." Lav replied, "I'm killing myself." Destiny replied, "That means Cherry wins though." Lav replied, "Foul, dude, Cherry is retarded, I hate you now." Destiny replied, smiling emoji. Lav asked, "Do you think I'm dumb?" Destiny answered, "Not at all. I think you're pretty smart, TBH, just confused about organizing some concepts in your head, but it's ultra fucking hard to sort that out in literal combat arenas online. You really are trying to figure this stuff out on ultra hard mode. Try not to let random losers discourage you online." Lav replied, trying heart emoji. October 16th, 2022. Late in the night, Cherry and Stardust publicly accused me of flashing them. At the time, I had a herniated disc and needed to stand up from my chair every half hour or so. On two such occasions, during heated arguments about sex and dating, my hairy abdomen was showing. Stardust added a blur box to a clip of me standing up to stretch, posted it to Twitter, and described it as me flashing my pubic hair at her. I immediately posted the unblurred video and said I'd sue her if she didn't delete her tweet. Facing heavy backlash from pretty much everyone, she complied. Cherry's accusation was harder to fight because she was going from memory. My camera feed wasn't being broadcast at the time, so she was the only person who saw me stand up. She said I deliberately lowered my sweatpants to expose my pubic hair. I woke up that day to hear Lav and Destiny talking about the accusation on Destiny's stream. In her words, Lav wanted to take a victory lap. Lav said, "I think it's fucked up because she is Max's friend, and we already know that Max has this wound. He's very public about it, where he's very cautious of himself around women." Destiny, laughing, said, "No, he's not. What are you talking about?" Lav said, "Sexually, yes, he is." Destiny said, "No, he's made so many women cry or feel uncomfortable on stream. What do you mean he's careful?" Lav said, No, sexually, sexually, sexually." Destiny replied, "Sexually, he's married to another woman. There is no sexual relationship between him and other women. What are you talking about?" Lav said, "Wait, what are you talking about?" "No, I'm saying that he has a wound. He doesn't want to feel like he's raping anyone." Destiny replied, "I have no idea what you're talking about." Lav asked, "Do you not watch his content?" Destiny answered, "Yes, and I've seen him put tons of women in incredibly uncomfortable conversations." Listening to them talk, I was sobbing. Over the course of the year, I've become somewhat detached from my own content and from my own emotions. The most recent self-eviscerating video I'd made was called the MrGirl Real Doll Review. It was a documentary about me fucking a sex doll and talking to my girlfriend about it. It was the first time that Destiny had ever signaled to his audience that they should disagree with me on anything, and it was amazingly effective. when I pushed back on him against his friendly streams with Nick Fuentes and saw that he was shutting down criticism with mass bans, I came to believe he was running a cult and that my new audience was not really my audience at all. This was a crushing realization for me because it meant all of our conversations were essentially meaningless and that my emotional vulnerability was being used as entertainment. Lav wanted Cherry's accusations shut down swiftly and harshly, but Destiny clearly wanted them explored, even without me present. Lav had also revealed that Destiny didn't understand me in the slightest. I also realized that I had grown to love her and that I should have been mentoring her instead of shutting her out. By allowing Lav to slam Cherry over her accusation, Destiny had set up a face-off between us. Now, either Cherry would look like a falsely accusing woman, one of the worst things to be in the eyes of Destiny's community, or I would look like a sexual harasser. I was furious that not only was he exploiting my situation, he didn't even DM me or wait until I could be available to represent myself. Cherry joined the stream saying, "I heard I was getting dragged." She proceeded to defend herself in the only way she could by attacking me. I joined the stream soon after, beginning with, "Ladies and gentlemen, the court calls Max Carson to the witness stand." I was terrified. Cherry was furious at me, hated Lav, and was in love with Destiny, who was pointedly not going to bat for me. Her accusation relied solely on her memory, and while calling her a vindictive liar might have been the safest move for me, it also goes against everything I believe in. Standing up on camera, wearing the same clothes as I was when I supposedly flashed her, I asked her to walk me through the timeline of events and explain why she thought I'd do that. I stood up in front of my camera, humiliated and frightened, and talked about how my love handles and long torso can make it appear as though my pants are lower than they actually are. The other streamers on the call, Zerka and Irrelevant, seemed to find this compelling. Likely fearing a dogpile against herself, Shairi interrupted me repeatedly, so I asked Destiny to moderate. When Zerka, who does not like me, prompted Destiny to shut down the fake cancellation attempt, Destiny said, "I'm letting these two sort it out. I'm not jumping down anybody's throat. Yeah, I've already given my opinion on it earlier." I said, "We've hit a dead end. The dead end is that there's no recording, and all we have is Cherry's testimony. I don't even have a counter testimony. I don't remember what I did." We all watched the section of the video where I supposedly flashed her. I was not visible, but we could see Cherry's reaction, which did not indicate she was being flashed. Lav took the opportunity to attack, but I stopped her saying, "You're very, very passionate and very feisty. This is actually kind of an important moment for my life right now, so I just want to let Cherry finish what she's saying." Cherry said, "I think if you did pull them down, I would have said it in the VOD, and I think I'm getting confused and making incorrect statements." Fighting back a sobbing breakdown, which I knew was coming, I replied, "Okay, I understand, and I believe you that you're confused. I believe you, this is not intentional." Zerka said, "Cherry's a liar. She'd even doubled down." I said, "I swear on my life, I believe you. I don't think you're lying. I don't think you're being malicious. Something made you uncomfortable. Obviously, either me standing up my body, the conversation, something about what I did made you uncomfortable. That much is clear." Lycan, one of Destiny's mods, muted Lav and chastised her, and Destiny indirectly for not taking the conversation seriously. He said he would continue to mute anyone who wouldn't grow the fuck up, and said Destiny could fire him if he objected. I was grateful. He paved the way for Cherry and I to reach an understanding that our previous conversation had made her uncomfortable, and that it made sense that she would read malintent in my actions, but that she'd probably been mistaken. I asked Destiny, "As the writer of history, what happened here?" He said, "It seemed like you were adjusting your pants. That's what I saw. I didn't see anything more than that. I wouldn't assume there's any, malintent or anything, but I wouldn't see enough to convince me of that. Do you need more than that, or do I need to be more clear? I don't think you're intentionally trying to creep anybody out." Lycan unmuzzled Lav. Lav said, "I think it sucks so bad, Steven, that you have not come to Max's aid at all. I think that you know." Destiny said, "Careful, hold on, if you want to be." Lav continued, "We just saw Cherry fucking lie about it. She did not concede, she doubled down on it." Destiny said, "You're assuming, hold on." Lav kept going, No, let me finish." "Okay, Max cannot defend himself right now, because if he does, he looks really bad, so he needs you. He needs you to create a narrative, or not create a narrative, but to tell the general public that he is not a creepy antisocial rapist, and you will not do it for some reason." I tried to interject, but Destiny told me to shut the fuck up. Destiny said, "Lav, you just made the exact same fucking mistake that Cherry did. Cherry saw an action, she assumed a state of mind. Don't ever fucking roll your eyes at me like that. I swear to God, I ever see you do that again." Lav asked, "Or what?" Destiny said, "Stop." So Cherry's huge fuck up here was that she assumed a state of mind, or she assumed an intention that probably wasn't there. And I did say that unequivocally. I said that in clear terms. I think most people would understand. I don't think Max did anything weird or creepy, and I think it was probably dumb to tweet it out. I've already said this, okay? Your problem, Lav, is you are assuming that Cherry is like just fucking lying. Okay, now it could be. Lav said, she did just lie. Destiny asked, saying something that is not true is not the same as lying. Do you understand that? Lav answered, no, I don't. I said, he's saying that she was confused. Destiny said, no, stop. Okay, a lie implies intent. Okay, if I tell you I'm going to be home by 5, Lav said no. Destiny said, yes, it does, you dumb bitch. Okay, if I tell you I'm going to be home by 5 today, and I run late from work and I get home at like 5:20, I didn't fucking lie to you. It might not be true. Lav said, first of all, don't talk to me like that. Don't call me a dumb bitch. Destiny said, stop. You're actually triggering the fuck out of me. Holy shit, stop. There is a difference between a lie and being wrong about something, okay? It could totally be the case. The problem I had with you is you're making the exact same mistake that Cherry's making, but you're eager to blow your load down her fucking throat about it. So I think she was wrong, and I think that going live with these tweets, accusations, whatever, was dumb, and she shouldn't have done it. It was irresponsible. Lav said, I'm going to take the Cherry's a fucking liar stance. I said, Steven, if you're characterizing what she did, I agree with you. It was not intentional or she's confused. I agree with that. But if you're going to describe it as just silly, it feels like you're absolving her of the responsibility that comes with a platform and comes with making accusations like this, where I think you do have some kind of responsibility to not be confused when you make these accusations. Destiny stated, I just said that. You probably shouldn't be going to live with stuff like this without doing a very clear, recording. What do you want me to say? Cherry, you're a dumb fuck. Don't do this. I said, no, I don't want you to performatively mock me by calling Cherry dumb. That's not what I'm asking you to do. Obviously, I'm saying that when a baseless and unfounded accusation or a silly accusation can ruin someone's life, I feel like you calling it silly at that point is kind of absolving her of all responsibility. Destiny responded, the reason why I think all of this is silly is because none of this is ruining anybody's life. And I don't think anybody's going to remember this in 2 days. Lav said, people are waiting for Max to fuck up. Do you think people aren't waiting for Max to fuck up even a little bit? Destiny answered, not as much as you're waiting for Cherry to fuck up. You literally told me you were coming on stream to do a victory lap. Lav said, you're scared to go too hard on her because she already wrote a fucking twit longer about you. This is a pattern that Cherry has. Destiny said, Cherry can write as many twit longers about me as she wants. I don't care. I'm not scared of any of you crazy fucking women writing any twit longers about me because I'm above it all. But you're all so ready for Cherry to fuck up, so everybody's making way too extreme statements. I asked, but I'm not making too extreme statements though, right? Destiny shouting, no, your statements, Max, are annoyingly fucking reserved, and I understand why you should be going way harder, but obviously you're worried about it looking bad. But yeah, you should be pushing way harder. You shouldn't be like, Cherry, is there anything that maybe you would want to rephrase? What you should say is, Cherry, why the fuck are you implying that I was fucking sexually harassing you? I left the stream a mess. The truce with Cherry didn't last long. All of the orbiters made sure to publicly attack me once they learned I was writing this piece. When I messaged her asking for an interview, she said, fuck off. During the stream, Destiny and Lav had the following conversation over DMs. Destiny messaged, you're on your way to success. I'm proud of you. Good little drama farmer. I'm Ogna cut her throat twit longer. Me do it hashtag me too. Me, I'm gonna kill you. Lav replied, do not ever call me a bitch like that again. This is all fun. Do not do that. Destiny replied with a series of blank-faced emojis. Lav replied, you're a good streamer, but you need to be a good friend to Max right now. Destiny replied, he is fine. You guys blew this up 10000000000000000 times more than it needed to be. Later, Destiny messaged, heart emoji. Lav replied, 2 heart emojis. Destiny replied, sorry if bitch is a trigger from you. I won't call you that anymore. Don't call me a simp though, I'll fucking kill you. You. Destiny message, saying we spoke face to face, mate. Lav replied, ... I didn't say while you were eating me out. 2 days later, Lav messaged, you calling me a dumb bitch has opened up the most insane ... 24 hours to me. I don't want to tell you what to do with your platform. It's your life. I will be bowing out. I cannot handle the vitriol from your audience. I obviously know I'm an acquired taste, but the amount of people just spamming me with it is a lot. Sorry, I didn't want it to look like I was 100% blaming you for viewer response to me, Destiny replied. Bro, you are insanely combative online. I have been so unbelievably patient in our conversations, but you go so hard over and over again, IDK what you expect. But listen, you're always free to do what you want, matey. Lav replied, I appreciate you being patient with me, but you blowing up and calling me a dumb bitch ... with your audience was a decision you made that is affecting me. If that was just us and we were in person, it would be different. I still wouldn't be happy. You've told me you know your community is toxic to women. Why would you not keep that in mind when speaking to me? I'm mad at myself. I'm frustrated with you. I'm not blaming you for everything. I just want you to be more aware of how I'm feeling and the way I feel, and think you should be aware of the parasocial influence your audience has. Destiny replied, you have called me and others a million names. You are totally out of line if me calling you a bitch is what set things over the line. And if it was in person, it's nicer because we're not arguing. Lav replied, Steven, I don't have the audience you have, and we're friends, people read that. Destiny replied, then why are you accusing me of being a simp for someone when I'm just trying to be impartial? Lav replied, and they're like, okay. Steven's totally done with this, bitch. Let's go nuclear. I wasn't implying you were being a simmo. First of all, I was implying you unconfrontational. Destiny replied, you literally said it. What? Lav replied, and second, why are you so scared of being a simp? Why is this the most insane thing, did I? Destiny replied, because you are accusing me of being biased in a situation because I want to fuck someone? It's literally hardcore enforcing the misogyny I'm trying to weed out of my community, Lav replied. I don't think that's what I said, Destiny replied with a bunch of question marks. Lav replied, I think I said you were worried about another twit longer or dirt she'd have if you didn't defend her. Later. Lav message, Steven, look at your subreddit. A sampling of popular comments across 10 posts made about Lav after the most recent stream. Is Lav actually the most dishonest and logically inconsistent orbiter, or is it just more noticeable since she is more aggressive than others? 423 upvotes. This was so damn cathartic, referring to Destiny screaming that Lav is a dumb bitch. 287 upvotes. Cathartic 82 upvotes. Pseudo-intellectual is still too generous. 229 upvotes. Because she is literally a dumb bitch. 100 upvotes. You don't get to talk to me like that is crazy. Guess what, Goofy? He already did. The fact that he's been so patient with you and even nice to you in person by your own admission should probably be a sign that you massively fucked up that stream at least. 66 upvotes. Lav messaged Destiny. Look at your YouTube comments. A sampling of popular comments on the most recent stream. Lying requires intent, Lav. No, this is a prime example of Lav just saying whatever she feels like at the moment and not holding any actual consistent beliefs. She just says whatever she feels like at the moment. Over 1,800 likes. It's amazing how Lav can come out of a drama that doesn't involve her looking like the worst person. A real talent to be that unlikable. Over 1,000 likes. My respect for women is ever growing thanks to your content. 200 plus likes. Amazing how Cherry made basically false harassment allegations and doubled down on them, and Lav is still more unlikable. 286 likes. There was also an unusual post made in support of Lav on Destiny's subreddit that day. I really think Destiny and this community have been dogpiling on Lav a little excessively. 0 upvotes. Lav messaged, why are you pretending your audience is not filled with misogynists and vitriolic El Toxicos? Destiny's reply, ... Lav asked, no concession? You're steadfast in that you handled everything great and correctly? An hour later, Destiny posted the following in his offline chat. Prepare yourselves for when I get back home, no more soft moderating. We're hardcore moderating all ironic and unironic misogyny until it is gone from all parts of our community. The problem is I can have a legion of dumb fuck men on stream, and you fucking retards will never hate men for it because 98% of you are men, but every time it's a woman acting like a dumb fuck, it's incel factory. She's making me hate all women. How can I not hate women after this OMG? Late that night, Lav reacted to Destiny's new decree by jokingly messaging him. Lav messaged, okay, come over, I'm wet. Destiny replied, none of my recent changes have anything to do with you. Lav replied, okay, I don't know if you have other shit going on or you just like being fired up. This is a nothing argument. I had a moment the other day. I'm not mad. I hope you're not mad because I haven't given you a reason to be. Destiny relied, I get extremely fucking triggered when I am getting shit on from both sides, so eventually it just makes me completely disconnect from the issue and I stop caring because it's absolutely not worth it. Lav replied, I totally get that. Sorry for adding to it. Hope you're well. Otherwise, take care of yourself.